Jerod, how does it feel to get into triple digits?
Ask the NBA in the 90s.
Okay, I will. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. They said good. Feels good.
Okay. I wish I hadn't used one of my lifelines for that one because I'll actually go with great.
Does it feel a bit anticlimactic that we've gotten to episode 100, the triple digits, talking about Home Alone for the 100th week, and we've just got some credits to go through? Here we are at a milestone, and we don't have a whole lot to discuss.
But we do have an opportunity.
This is why I like you. You see opportunities.
We have spent 99-ish weeks appreciating the output of many people, but we've really only highlighted a few of the ones that are, we'll say, off screen, and have mostly celebrated the output of those that are on screen.
We've praised the A-team quite a bit. Macaulay Culkin, Catherine O'Hara, John Williams, John Hughes, Chris Columbus. And here we have a list of everyone else who made our favorite movie possible. And while it's tempting to list them all one by one and talk about them.
Incredibly tempting.
Right? To just go down the IMDb list and say, oh, they did this. And here's another fact I learned about them. And this one's on Instagram. And I think that was one of the early lessons of this podcast, is that we can't do that.
Right. Or can we?
Well, I mean, we can. When I was listening back to those earlier episodes, I made the mental note of, that's not great. As much as we want to be an exhaustive encyclopedia-like compendium of Home Alone knowledge, it's not the best format for that. It's almost that there should be like this database on the internet for movies, and that's where we should put those things. I'm having trouble thinking of what we could call
movie
it.
Base.
Movie base on the internet.
Internet data.
Internet data of movies. Movie data's on the internet. The base of movie data.
On the internet.
/internet. On the internet.com.
This is no slight to Mack, and I don't mean Macaulay. I mean Mac Bing.
Yeah.
But I would like to just spend a moment on Mark and James.
Sure, please.
One of my favorite things about this podcast is that I can see the expressions you make and our listeners cannot. And that makes me feel just a little bit more powerful than them. The thing that I like second most to that, which is pretty close, is your ability to truly distill the core of something. And most of the time during these 99-ish weeks, you've done that in the form of a summary of the minute.
Yeah.
Do you think you could channel that energy into not just like an explanation of what an AD is, but almost like your philosophy on what an AD is?
I can, I'm not in the Hollywood sphere, but from...
Which is why we voted you in.
What?
Like, drain the swamp, am I right?
Oh, thanks. I'm a maverick. I'm an outsider.
We don't want someone who's part of the establishment.
We want someone who doesn't know what they're doing.
Like, just get them in there. They'll figure it out.
Can't be any worse than what you're doing now.
Resume? I don't think so.
So we've got a couple different roles here. And again, I'm no expert. This is just me and you talking, Jerod. Assistant director, is that the official role that we're talking about now?
We have first and second AD, yes.
An assistant director is going to be kind of like a good comp for you would be like the assistant manager at Chili's. He's going to be the one on the floor. He's going to be the one probably making sure that Chicken Crispers plate has 2 things of ranch like the ticket says. He's going to be telling extras to be quiet when it's time to be quiet. He's not calling any
I love that you flipped
shots
over there because I was thinking about a Chili's that had this like
I was trying to like weave
horde of extras in like the to-go area.
Yeah, I was trying to sort of like now let me dive back into what I'm really talking about, the analog. From my experiences with what assistant directing means. Like, it's that stuff. It's kind of getting all the pieces in place to make the director happy. Those roles might vary a little bit, especially when you have like things like when the word unit comes into play on roles, first unit, second unit. That means that like you might have a whole separate crew filming some stuff while your main director is on set with the big stars, that kind of thing. So sometimes like your like first assistant director probably implies a little bit of that. Maybe like was taking the lead on the scenes of the family in Paris or something like that, while Chris Columbus is over there on the other set, like taking care of some things, maybe handling some exterior shots, stuff like that. Some things that like we can trust this guy with these smaller bits of the movie. That kind of stuff.
I'll say I've been fortunate enough to be on a handful of sets for feature and series. And there are a couple instances where I saw the first AD 80% of the time and the quote unquote director 20% of the time. And I think there's something there that again captures the beauty of the analogy you made, because the general manager at Chili's might be making strategic decisions and is putting in the hours, but you, even as an employee, only see the assistant manager logging in hours. And you would think, oh, the assistant manager logs 100 hours a week. The general manager just shows up every once in a while and yells at everybody. But I think it's that invisible bit where they're doing a lot of strategic work, especially before you get involved.
Right. You know, your general manager is protecting the brand. They've got the vision. And part of their job is to hire the right assistants to execute that vision and communicate it clearly. Do we want to get into Mark Radcliffe? Because he's got a pretty storied career pre and post.
Can you tell me about it?
Well, I hate to thrust a narrative upon someone, but Mark Radcliffe, and I do sort of like every one of these credit minutes, we should zoom in on just one person. And it's maybe not necessarily the most important person, but let's just find one guy to talk about. One person on the crew.
Or maybe you can pick one and I can pick one, because I did notice that this minute does cover the best boy grip.
Okay. I'll let you have best boy grip.
Allow me to research for 3 to 4 hours.
I'm going to need access to some university databases.
Some flock safety cameras.
Oh, no. Where is he now? Like, right no, now. I mean right now. Ooh, Pilates class. Fun. Mark Radcliffe seems to have a close working relationship with Chris Columbus. It's almost immediately after Home Alone is credited as producer or even executive producer of all sorts of things. Many Chris Columbus joints. The first 3 Harry Potter movies, the whole Night at the Museum franchise, he seems to have his hands in. What the narrative that I noticed, though, is that, and Mark, if I can call you Mark, please forgive me for, again, thrusting a narrative upon you, but it seems like trying to get the lightning to strike for a third time after Home Alone 2, because he's got a pretty healthy clip of Christmas movies that he's involved with. He's a producer on Jingle All the Way, the Christmas Chronicles movies with Kurt Russell, Christmas with the Cranks. It seems like Mark Radcliffe can walk into any like studio and say, hey, you remember Home Alone? Would you like another one? And then that gets him the check, and then they're off to the races.
I think we have a difference of opinion on Jingle All the Way.
We do, and I think it's our difference in age.
I think it's because you unfairly judge Jake Lloyd for his role in The Phantom Menace.
Not at all. I don't think that performance is his fault in any way.
I don't think it's bad.
Now this is podcasting.
That's the hot take we have been waiting 99 minutes for. I like to reward the longtime listener.
My favorite part of Jingle All the Way is you doing your Phil Hartman impression. And beyond that, I just don't need it.
But what about me doing Arnold Schwarzenegger running to the radio station, shouting out the names of the reindeer?
I think Arnold impressions are a little cliche.
Passe?
Yeah, but a good Phil Hartman, it hits me at a sweet spot for sure.
R.I.P. Captain Carl.
Oh, yeah. Did your wife share with you that Globey is coming to the Center for Puppetry Arts in Atlanta? We've got the OG Globey.
What kind of shape is he in?
They showed some videos. It was rough. They've done some substantial work restoring him.
Like that lady in Spain did?
We'll see. They're having a special 21 and up evening event to unveil Globey for the first time. And if you've got $200, you can go, or you can see him with the regular folk for regular admission price the next week.
There's an extra layer there because I would pay $200 to see who goes to that event.
You can do that outside for free.
No, but I want to see them in their element.
Who weeps over Globey? That's the question.
I want to be in the front row facing backward.
The tear tracker.
Who comes dressed as Globey? Who is...
I think if you're paying $200 to go anywhere, you have to dress up for it.
Who is the non-committal fan who just has a Globey shirt, but it's just do better. Commit to the bit.
I think if you're paying $200 to go see Globey, you should have some Globey cufflinks on your suit.
At the very least. Well, our family will be thrilled. He's a family brand.
He's a family brand. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I wish we had something like that. Oh, man.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm thinking about my own child and who she would be thrilled to see. What's the family brands of our home? And it's nothing as cool as Pee-wee.
Isn't it one of the Huntrixes?
She does like a K-pop demon hunter, but she also likes some weird YouTube stuff.
Oh, the Russian girl.
Yeah, the weird Russian girls. Sheriff Labrador. Danny Go. Has your boy discovered Danny Go yet?
Danny, no.
I think he would appreciate Danny Go. It's got some good music, and it's this guy who sort of goes on these adventures, and it looks like a video game. Most of the video will be him running in place and doing activities and stuff, running towards monsters and dodging out of the way. And part of the fun is that you can follow along with him. You can duck and weave and jump and stretch your arms out as he's doing those things. But it's a pretty fun production value. The songs are actually kind of good. Kids been into those for a while now. Ask for him by name. I wish it was Pee-wee, but it's Danny Go.
So Globey is celebrating the 25th anniversary of his album Play at the Center for Puppetry Arts.
You think we can open for him? I like the idea of us emailing the Center for Puppetry Arts saying hey, we heard Globey's coming. We have a band about the movie Home Alone if Globey needs a 25-minute opener.
Do you know how many tickets they'd want us to sell?
We'd have to drive down to the Center for Puppetry Arts and pick up our wristbands and sell them to our uncles. Few people know that the Center for Puppetry Arts in Atlanta is not only a world-class puppet museum and theater, but it's also pay to play.
Their merch split rivals Live Nation.
Merch split. I know I'm on record as being anti-audacity in all forms, but the audacity to say that the venue deserves even 1% of your t-shirt sales for any reason at all is absurd. And the fact that some places want 20% or whatever.
Or more.
It's baffling.
Yep.
Whew. Not
and
cool.
Guess who
not
that
cool, Live
cost
Nation.
Gets passed on to.
Well, it's not the customers. The band just takes the hit. They just have a leaner Christmas.
Oh, right.
So that my t-shirt isn't. Oh wait. My t-shirt is $40.
40? Have you gone to a show this decade?
I was trying to be conservative.
It's 50. That is the average. Easy. Which is crazy.
Gross.
I would pay 50 for a Globey shirt, though.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you're
Imagine Globey has a world tour t-shirt and it literally just has on the back the dates and it's just the one date at Puppetry Arts. That's a $50 tee if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in for $200 for the event, you're going to pay an extra $50 to prove that you were there.
Should merch be based on ticket price? Like you come in and validate what you paid for the ticket and then the merch is some percentage of that.
I think that's more or less the structure that we even have. I mean, if you go to a show at the Earl in East Atlanta, you can still get a t-shirt for $20-$25.
I mean, even more dynamically than that. So you go to a show and sit in the nosebleeds.
Oh, and you get a cheaper t-shirt.
There's almost like some kind of equity thing going on there, right? Like
the merch table up in the nosebleeds is $5 cheaper because they know those people won't pay it. And they know the Richie Riches downstairs will pay. Further, if you tell them that it's $5 cheaper, but they got to go up to the nosebleeds, they won't even bother.
Well, I think you just scan your ticket at checkout and the total that it comes up is based on whatever that face value is on your ticket.
So we do dynamic pricing, but we build it into the ticket platform where it's like a menu. You order ahead. You get to look at all the merch on your phone. You order your size. You get up there. You've already checked out. You just scan your code and they hand you everything that you bought.
There are a lot of shows who do that now, but there's still a huge swath who do the impulse buy. So you want to make sure that you do coverage for day of sales.
I'm talking about like you buy it at the venue, like you're standing in the line for the merch, but you're ordering it on your phone. By the time you get to the front of the line, like, you know, they just scan you and grab what you want.
It's like Starbucks.
Yes. But that allows you the dynamic pricing. You don't get to see what the guy in front of you paid for his shirt. Like you just pay whatever they say that you are going to pay.
Right.
It's disgusting. I love it.
No, but isn't that the equity play, right? It's ensuring that you cover and subsidize the folks who aren't as able monetarily.
Theoretically.
Like, is that not the like perfect tax the rich scheme?
It would be if the corporations saw it that way. But what they see is my baseline t-shirt is still $50, but these people over here will pay $70. Like nothing's going to get us back down to $12, $15 shirts, $10 shirts.
Robin of Locksley would.
Is that another Mark Radcliffe credit or?
Ooh, I did not check out his data movie internet base. Going all the way back to your narrative of Mark just driving through Hollywood with this top-down cruising attitude. He's got the license plate behind him that just says XXX Mus. And he's just like presenting himself as that guy. It very well could be the other way around, where he, like the people in front of the camera often do, has gotten pigeonholed. And he's
That's
like,
very fair.
I just want to do a Halloween movie.
Yeah, the studios see that there's an opening in mid-December and they go, yeah, call Mark. They pull something together. And he's got his baby in his heart, right? He's got the movie he's always wanted to make ready, like to go. And they keep coming at him with like, no, let's make another $1 billion on a Harry Potter movie. No, let's make another Percy Jackson, Night at the Museum. It's like, yeah, but I've got my French mime, the 1890s black and white drama. And they're like, no, more Christmas.
Is there still time? Is he young like Chris?
He's in his 70s, I believe.
Is it already made? Like, is there an outlier in his data movie base internet?
There might be. I didn't really notice one. I mean, he's been Christmas with the cranking out the hits for decades now.
So good. And that's not about Home Alone. That was about that bit.
But yeah, I do wonder, like, what's the movie that even he can't get made that he would love to do? Mark, give us a call. We have no power or money, but we want to hear what you want made. Tell us all about it. We'll do a reading on the podcast.
Sonny can do voices.
really weird ones. Do you think he imagined Phil Hartman in any sort of dramatic role? Then you can help him out a little bit.
Dramatic role? I don't know. You mentioned his penchant for working with Chris in any capacity. Is this something that historians will look back on and recognize is some sort of sapphic relationship where they in fact were just lovers?
I'm not going to dismiss it. It's possible.
They're like, here's the love letter he wrote to his roommate.
Here's an email to Chris Columbus about how he misses his thighs. We're sure that's some sort of code for Harry Potter lingo, but...
You can tell the nature of their relationship based on where he is in the credits. Like if he's in the doghouse.
If they're fighting that week.
Yeah, if they're fighting, he gets into the special thanks to section.
Yeah, he's after the song credits and stuff.
But
no animals were harmed in the making of this motion picture. Thanks to Mark Radcliffe. You know what you did.
But then when he's feeling particularly starry-eyed, the film opens with "For Mark."
Jerod, these are weird episodes where, like, you know, I don't know what to talk about or what to bring up.
I have plenty of ideas, but no one wants to hear me out.
If only you had a more collaborative partner.
I've sent you email after email asking for budget approval to get Robert Stack so we could do Home Alone Unsolved Mysteries. There are so many loose ends.
That's a good say. Like, what do we not know? But we've discussed those at length. I have a one question quiz about "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" for you. Are you ready?
These are the hardest kind.
Here you go. Question 1 of 1. True or false? "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" was in fact written by a Jewish person.
What is the certifying body?
Your mom.
Then true.
False. Or actually, like, more specifically, we don't really know.
Then I don't think you can do that on...
Yes, I can.
This is... You basically were just like, true or false? Jean-Benet Ramsey was kidnapped by a man named Dale.
Well, I guess what I was stupidly going for.
Nope. Wrong. We don't know.
Is that a lot of Christmas carols were written by Jews, which is great.
It's because they can be more objective.
They've got a clearer vision of the holiday season. We're biased.
They're not too close to it.
But "We Wish You Merry Christmas" is old. It's like
80s? Like Phil Collins old?
Well, like 1880s, yeah. The most famous version, the one that we're familiar with, kind of emerged in the very early 1900s. This British guy named Arthur Worrell. He is the one who made it famous. It existed before him, but his arrangement, his version of it was sort of like the first one that stuck and became eventually a little more widespread.
What did he bring to the table that thrust it into the zeitgeist?
Notably, and weirdly for what we're used to, his lyric was, "I wish you a Merry Christmas."
So his was the first iteration of a monosyllabic pronoun. So like the original being, "Someone wishes you a Merry Christmas," just like didn't roll off. And he's like, we got to shorten this thing.
Yeah. And then later on,
he starts with the I statement.
Yeah. He's not going to speak for everyone.
But then it went through the whole Soviet thing. And it was like, well, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Well, he did arrange it as a 4-part vocal performance. So you got to think that like the 4 singers were like, shouldn't it be we, since there are 4 of us?
Well, were they singing in unison?
Maybe they were taking turns. Where do you stand on figgy pudding?
I'm for it, if I'm honest.
Okay. Well, you're full of bold takes today. Man, this movie ends and like Jerod really is going to let us know how he feels.
I'm letting loose. That is not to say that it would be the first pudding I would ask you to bring me.
How quickly do you need it? Right now?
Right here, right now.
Any other business? Any other credit notes that you need to get off your chest?
No, but I am curious about some extrapolation.
Okay.
This film does not take place in real time.
No.
We are seeing 99 minutes of beer on the wall happening, and in real life, or I guess the way to say it would be in universe, that represents a few days, right?
Yeah.
So if we were to think, okay, after this is faded to black, what is happening? We could be thinking, oh, he's going back in, maybe not, explaining this or that. But if you were to extend it by a scene or two and add another minute, it wouldn't necessarily be in real time, but what would it be? What would be the next beat?
Oh, the thought experiment of what comes after, Kevin, what did you do to my room?
Yeah. Because I think our gut wants us to say, like, the minute that's happening. In real time, what's right after it. But that wouldn't be what happens. Because let's say this fade to black is we know this is going straight to TV. We need a commercial break, and it's fading back from black. What is it fading back into?
Let's assume we jump forward in time a little bit, and I can see Buzz, much to his chagrin, having to clean up his own room while Kevin takes it easy, and his parents are kind of letting him relax and have fun. Maybe he gets, to open his Christmas presents, or maybe they're letting him have as much ice cream as he wants to eat, because he usually doesn't get that. And we see Buzz in the background sort of like grumpily, like, he's just decided to like throw away all the broken things in his room and stuff, while Kevin gets to sit back in the chair and have some ice cream or something. How do you see it?
I see a few different iterations of the X time later. Mm-hmm. The first one is I think, most obvious 1 year later, where we cut in right where this movie begins with the chaos of the house, and we try to bookend with all of the opposites, where he is very much a part of and welcome to first dibs on pizza, and it's a very like 1-to-1 wish fulfillment, and again, like I say, a bookend.
Yeah, I like that. He's the one who called the pizza guy.
Right.
So he ordered enough cheese for himself. Heather, did you order the pizzas? Kevin did. Yeah, that feels good. That feels right.
Kevin, do you have money for the pizza guy? Traveler's checks. Or actually, I like the line, it's my dad's house.
Does the pizza guy come back and he's sort of like gingerly stepping towards the door, scared of what might happen? Peter answers the door and he gives him like this look like, oh, you've killed a guy. Right.
He like quivering says yes, sir, to everything he says.
Yeah. Peter has a tip for him and he just runs away anyway.
Wait, no, the pizza guy just leaves it on the doorstep.
And he gets the hell out of there. Jerod, I congratulate you on getting to episode 100. Well done.
And to you.
Thank you.
Because I think I'm just here to see you reach episode 100. I don't think I really did anything.
All right. Yeah, sounds about right.
May I make a request for 101?
Yeah, please.
One of inclusion and one of exclusion. I will start with the latter. Dalmatians. It's been done. Inclusion. I think it would be interesting for you to do a Judge John Hodgman kind of thing where you go through what the Wet Bandits would be charged with.
Okay. I'm not a lawyer, but I guess that's what makes it fun.
It sounds like it wouldn't be fun for you.
Only because I'm so ignorant. Do we get up to attempted murder?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you know what? We'll see you in episode 101. Lawyers sound off. Email us at reallawyers@verygmail.com.
If you're a divorce lawyer, you can email us at the son, the granddaughter, and some lady at verygmail.com.